Hello. Excellent first impression, just a simple hello. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Lucky for y'all, um, you get to name our plucky little blonde-haired protagonist. Yeah, I was messing with that like all day. So hopefully that sounds really good. Let's see how many characters I can actually put in this. Only that many. Okay. Mm. I was gonna name him plucky blonde-haired protagonist, but I don't know if I can do that. Yimby? Okay, we can do Yimby. I can manage to spell Yimby. I speak of a time when I traveled with an irritating individual and an awkward man devoid of all social graces. But though these feelings are the first that ever came to me, my mind always returns to the words he spoke in his later years. There is no path to follow that would serve me better. Thus, I walk that path and I do not waver. As I reminisce here, I find it all rather embarrassing. For I had judged the man unfairly, never truly understanding him. Excerpt from The Last Night, Chapter 2, The Black Bride, by Charlotte L. Wells. "'Tis quite the broom. I've never seen such a deep fog. And I heard the lake was large, but seeing is truly believing. The distance from Ulston to Harlack is quite staggering. Boatman, how much farther to the island?" I think that's the little sister actually. Yeah, sure. Well, I reckon we're about halfway, or about at the halfway point, give or take. Still so far to go. Lake Orwell was not aptly named. 'Tis more an ocean than a lake. The name don't do it justice. I'll say, though, I'm a mite surprised. Yes, I will try to do accents and I will read all the dialogue. I apologize ahead of time, but it's fun for me. Ferrying across such a pretty thing, and here you're going to be studying at the Royal Academy to boot. Ah, you flatter me, sir. Harlack Island ain't all that big, but you can't take two steps without tripping over an ancient ruin. You say you're studying archaeology. Well, miss, you came to the right place. So, that fella your bodyguard or something? From his get up, I'd say he's one of them old knights. Rare breed these days. He is. He is of the North Sea Chevaliers. I can't pronounce that word. I apologize. We come from the same orphanage. North Sea, you say? Quite the pedigree. I hear a man's tested sword to claw against a lion before he can rightly call himself one of those. He's a top of the class swordsman, to be sure. Although the war did dampen his spirits a bit. The War of the Knights? Yeah, I don't blame them. Fighting hard for the king and country, and then they all come at once. Every one of them gets the boot. No honor or no nothing. Just told to disband or they get hunted down like they're criminals or something. Lost their livelihood too. Minister got all them forced most of them to start working as mercenaries. Your fellow there is lucky to have you. Still, don't know what blazes Prime Minister Zordis was thinking. This fog. Souping up on us, is it? Best keep your sharp eye. Best keep a sharp eye. There may be something for you to see out there. Truly? Do you think we'll be able to see it? Ah, yes. I've heard. You've heard about it, have you? Of course. 'Tis the main reason I've come. Should have guessed. Should have guessed as much. You're quite a fascinating lass, after all. Ah, there it is, out yonder. We've got a name for it around these parts. Strange Rock. We call it Strange Rock. Lake Orwell's famous castle, Strange Rock. Just a tidbit. That's a Dark Souls castle if I've ever seen one. The game is playing music. The cutscene music is a little crunchy, even when I'm like playing it by myself. Yeah, the cutscene audio is, I don't know, mixed just a little bit lower. How's that? Oh, you haven't been hearing any? Okay. There we go. I messed up. Nope, I muted it when I was accidentally streaming the Grimbeard stuff. So there's the audio. For everybody out there, I apologize. This is my first time doing this in a long time. But yeah, my goal for tonight is I'll probably stream for about 2 hours, and then I'll pick up this game again next Saturday at the same time. But yeah, as I was telling both you and Raven, I did already start this game. I got to about the first real boss, and then I stopped right at that point. Music is very bombastic in that opening scene, yeah. The theme for the rest of the game, even like the dungeon music, is just very low-key. It's a lot like just this. You've got great timing, coming here when you did. Castle only shows itself when the mist is hanging over the lake. Orwell's Castle Strange Rock. Everybody around these parts knows about it. Good for tourism, I warrant. Interesting. Pity it vanished as quickly as it did, though. I would have liked to get a better look at it. Sorry, miss. You'd have no luck there. Darn thing always runs away when you get too close, all shy-like. Some say it's just a mirage, and that there's an old trickster witch making it appear and disappear. Either way, if you're here for long enough, you'll get to see it again. Lots of times, too, I bet. Glad to hear it. And no talk of Strange Rock's complete without bringing up the legend of the sword. Tu Longjian. Okay. Tu Longjian? If I'm not mistaken, that would translate from the old tongue as Dragon Slayer. My, what a glorious name for a sword. Surprised a scholarly lass like you don't already know about it. Legends say that the Dragon Slayer sleeps within the darkest depths of Strange Rock. All scuttlebutt, though. Nobody even knows if the castle's real, much less that fancy sounding sword. Still, an ancient castle that only appears in the mist, and a holy sword that rests therein. It's like a fairy tale. Just hearing about it makes my heart want to beat faster. Ha! You've got spirit, miss. If you want to know more, talk to the locals. They've got me beat with all the details. I think some fairies do have tails. Depends upon what element they're of, maybe. I certainly will. Thank you so much for all you've done, kind sir. May your return be swift. My pleasure. Good luck out there. Be sure to take care now. Hi, Boric. I'm glad you could join us. Well, it occurred to me that I'm gonna have to say this name. Well, Yimby, we made it. Well, Yimby, we made it. I suppose the first thing to do would be to secure our lodgings, no? Alright then. Off we go. Hey, our first step in our adventure is to unraveling the mystery around that particular old castle begins now. Come, we've got no time to waste. Hey. Hey! 3 years had passed since the War of the Knights. And with that struggle, the man whom I loved as my brother back at the orphanage had suddenly lost his honor and his way. He was adrift. I could not bear to... I think this is in her voice, so I'm going to read it in her voice. I could not bear to see my brother in such a state, and so I invited him to join me on this expedition. Looking back, it was truly the first step on an adventure. Neither of us had any inkling of the tribulations to come. So, here we are. This is not a bad room at all, really. Rather cozy, in fact. Should make an excellent base of operations. Which brings us to our mission here. We're to be the first explorers to uncover the mysteries at Castle Strange Rock. As she already said. Exciting, though. However, despite its fame, there is very little information about it. All we truly know, in fact, is that it appears on the lake when the mist rolls in. That's why I think it's our best course of action is to explore the ruins scattered across this island. Between the ruins and any local legends we may happen upon, I'm certain that we'll find some clue to aid our search. I suppose the best place to start is with the townsfolk. Let's ask around to see what we can learn, shall we? If we split up, we'll uncover more ground. Good luck, Yimby. Oh, door. Anyways, this is our boy Yimby. The inventory screens in this game I am enamored with. They're very Diablo 2-esque, or just Diablo. But like all the store menus also kind of slide over a card, and they all have their own particular art. It's even got the thing where you can bring the map up in the center of the screen to see all of it. It feels like some kind of video game. Are you departing, sir? Things can be quite dangerous outside these gates, so be sure to take care now. Oh, innkeeper.
Well now, if it ain't our knight in shining armor. How's the room? No problems?
Hey, cow.
Word is, you two came here looking for information. Information on Castle Strange Rock. Guess it's on account of the ruins, but we've got all kinds around here. Hunters, troubadours, you name it. If you want my advice, start with them. They're your best bet.
Okay. A new face, I see. Welcome. My name's Sandra. A troubadour? Troubadour. Come to compose songs about this rich and fascinating land. These lonely ruins inspire such grand thoughts, such profound poetry. It is as if they call to my heart. Please, won't you listen to my song before you go? Oh, goodness. Raven will be upset if I don't try. As the birds trill their timeless songs and the flowers stand in bloom, the Khan named Kublai lays the base of his 1,000-year-old tomb. Brick on brick never beaten, to further his fancy anew. Heaven made me real in the earthly Eden, hereafter called Xanadu. There you go.
Who the hell are you? I'm eating here. Don't bother me. Is this about the incident? You here to blame me like everyone else? I tell you, it was his own damn fault he got killed. Couldn't have done a thing about it. He provoked the fella he did, taking on someone so much bigger than him. Just what the hell was he thinking? People need to know their place in the world. They crave it. Gotta know when to say when. You get me?
Thanks, Dusty.
If they don't back down when they see the other guy can slice them in two, then what the hell do they expect is gonna happen?
Yeah, this tune, within like 5 minutes of playing this game, this tune is stuck in my head. I have told Miss Raven so many things about you. Good things. What do we have here? Suppose you ought to be a knight or something? The night hunt might be over, but I still wouldn't recommend walking around in that getup. At least a loyalist snitch you out or you get thrown in jail. And that ain't just some costume, though. You're the real deal, ain't you? North Seas, if I'm not mistaken. You've got to be damn near the last of your kind out there. One of the one of Furnival's men, huh? Poor bastard got publicly executed, I hear. He and the rest of you helped so much in the leylands in the early days. What thanks do you get? All your honor and property and land is taken, and your leader's been killed. It makes me sick thinking about it. Marquis de Furnival was a good and honest man, and the North Seas used to be the best. Well, you ain't got a thing to worry about with me. I won't tell anyone who you are, and I don't think no one else here wouldn't turn you in neither. And you best find yourself a new job and get as far away from knighthood as you can. Soldier, mercenary, take whatever you can get. Never look back. We've got weapons, breastplates, shields, and helmets and all kinds. So what'll it be? Well, I can't buy anything, 'cause our lad is poor. But we can buy some shields and some swords and some helmets. We can even get one that has kitty ears. Bye, Baggins. Fancy that! A knight! Truly a rare sight in this day and age. Your face. I swear I've seen it somewhere before. Ah, well, no matter. I'm Lazarus, mercenary by trade. While I probably need not tell a knight, in order to keep up your equipment, sorry, a tutorial talk. I'm not gonna worry about that. Beautiful plate, handsome sword. Well, I think the lore is that Yimby is a knight, and the kingdom that he worked for was lost. Like, they lost the war, and after they lost, they kind of seemed to all get excommunicated from their order and lost their status and all of their belongings. And so now they've kind of been thrust out, and everybody kind of sees them as an infamous group of people. Dragon Slayer, you say? Rumor says it rests deep within Castle Strangerock. Thanks, my guy. If such a sword really did truly exist, then I'd most assuredly wish to acquire it. It'd fetch a pretty sum from an aristocrat, after all. Oh, there's our boatman. Oh, he's a fisherman. Okay. Strange Rock? Yeah, I see Strange Rock all the time. Hard to miss it in my line of work. Ain't nothing got to say about it, though. I've seen it, sure, though. I don't know nothing special. Shows up on misty days like this one, it does, and you often hear the bell chime before it appears, too. But try and get close, and it just vanishes. Everybody around here knows all that, though. Might be more to learn if you dig for it. There are lots of ruins here on this island, and lots of history to go with it. Heck, they even found some new ruins right here in town the other day. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Patty. Are you new here, mister? Did you come to Harlock on that boat? I bet you're here for all you can find at Castle Strangerock, right? I want to find it too. I don't know what voice I'm gonna do for this kid. Hey, mister, did you hear the news? They actually found the ruins in town. I thought I'd sneak in and have a look around, but before I had a chance, they went and locked them up. It's so unfair. Can't believe they did that. I was gonna find the Dragon Slayer too. Hello, Knight. Aren't you a fine specimen? We're traveling entertainers here in Harlack on a tour. You're welcome to watch us dance as long as you like. So while I was out exploring the ruins the other day, I got my hands on this sort of card. It has an unusual design emblemized on it, like some old spirit or deity. A card, you say? May I see it? Just as I thought. It's a guardian card, sealed within it the power of one of Harlock's many ancient spirits. Oh, sounds like I might have stumbled on something. Good. Pray tell, what are these guardians? Pray tell. Hey, Tora. Gods, angels, spirits, watchers, take your pick. We have traditions surrounding these guardians, and here in the Lindale Lakes region. When a baby is born, it's taken to the spirit sanctum to be baptized and infused with the power of a guardian. Okay. What purpose does that serve exactly? Well, they say that a person's abilities and disposition are decided upon the star of destiny at that very moment of birth. Physical stamina, magical proficiency, personal fortune, and weapon mastery alike are all largely by the heavens. Of course, anyone can learn these things through practice and growth, but it's impossible to deny that inherent talents exist, and far from person to person. So we borrow the mystic power of the guardians to help compensate for our shortcomings, or augment our natural faculties, you could say. Interesting. Seems I've learned something today. Something potentially advantageous, I might add. Once it is in, it's in. Only one. Ain't coming out. And that's why the new mothers all get in a tizzy when it comes to time to pick the guardian for their baby. I see. So the guardian cards we only got, the guardian card I've got is the only useful for newborns and mothers to be, huh? Doesn't sound like it quite the find I was hoping for. Nope. And don't expect to get much money for it. There's only one lady with a newborn baby here in town in Harlack, and she's already made her decision. Sorry to disappoint. So there's a guardian sealed in this card, huh? If only I could use its powers for myself, sure. Sure would make my job a lot easier. We are all so real. Well now, if that ain't a night, I don't see many of your kind round here anymore. Here to explore the ruins. It may interest you that there is a brand new set of them right here in town, discovered by yours truly just the other day. Started digging the foundation to the new storehouse when suddenly the ground gave way, and there they were. Needless to say, that was quite the surprise. I mean, I knew there were lots of ruins on Harlock Island, but it was pretty absurd to discover new ones right underneath the town. Pretty crazy, huh? We were afraid the kids might get in them, so the area is all locked up at the moment, but the priestess at the Spirit Sanctum's got the key, if you're interested. The ruins are on the east side of town, and that Spirit Sanctum's opposite of them, on the west side. Tell Lady Elise that Spence sent you. Thanks, Spence. There's Spence. I may have gotten his accent wrong. Look at that guy. I don't think he sounds like that. So one of the hamstringing forces of this game are keys. Anytime you can buy a key, buy a key. And then I can also get spell books and stuff. That girl at the counter sure has been coming here an awful lot lately. She's in and out all the ruins all day, every day. Have to wonder what she does in there. Yeah, Lyric is long gone, Tora. It's Raven now. No, you cannot time out Lyric. You could time out Raven, but I'm not going to let you. Lyric dead. And here is our most important NPC. And with that, the spiritual ceremony is complete. The card's guardian now rests safely within the child's body. Oh, my sweet one, isn't that wonderful? Lady Lise, thank you. Thank you so very much. It is of no consequence. I merely wish the child to grow up healthy in both mind and body. A newborn child comes into this world lacking the guardian's lantern, the guiding lantern of a guardian. You are... I heard tell of a knight accompanying a researcher who seeks Castle Strange Rock. That would be you, I presume. Hi, Muna. I am the head priestess of the Spirit Sanctum. Please call me Elise. Lise. 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 Lise? Lise. Okay. Unfortunately, something rather unsettling happened in the ruins to the north. I'm afraid all travel there is barred until the investigation ends. Lisi. Okay, Lisi. You wish to enter the back alley ruins. Why would you desire to do that? So it was Spence. That man is quite troublesome at times. Very well then. You may enter, but be warned. Monsters have made their home inside. Please be sure you are well equipped before setting foot in the ruins. Allow me to give you the key to access the area. Knights such as yourself have gone off seeking Castle Strange Rock and never come back. As you proceed within the ruins, you may chance upon those who didn't return. Do be careful. And then this lady, yeah, it won't be her problem. This lady, she will help us level up our stats when we can. And I think the way you respec in this game, yeah, it is her. There she is. The way you respec in this game is I think you just straight up level down, and then you gotta get the level back. I haven't actually use that to know if you maintain the experience points or it just dumps it all back into your pool to be reallocated, or you just lose those levels entirely. I haven't tried it yet. That's just repeating. A newcomer. Welcome to Harlock. You just came in on that boat, right? This island is amazing. The breeze is coming off the lake feels great on the skin, doesn't it? This isn't a very big town. I think you'll find it all the comforts. All it has all the comforts of home. Why can I not read? I hope very much that you enjoy your stay here. Oh, I guess we should go talk to our girl. Now that we have learned all that we can. Yimby, just the person I was looking for. Have you heard the news? Apparently, some ruins were uncovered right in Harlock's own reaches. There's an entrance in the back alley with the stairs leading underground. Not much is known about it, though. The passages are swarming with monsters, and the town folk have stayed well clear. But, well, I thought you might find such a formidable discovery worth a closer look. You told me before that the knights thrive in dangerous environments, no? Please go get yourself killed, Yimby. Get me the ancient texts. I'm here to make a mess of things. Keys can only be used once, and you will find so many doors in this game that just need keys. Like you'll reach a room and they'll just have 3 doors and all 3 of them need a key. I love the little coins. They don't disappear either, so you can take your time fighting other stuff and they'll stay on the ground, unlike some other games of the time. This is just explaining the special ability that we have. The sword comes with the ability of rust, which will knock people on their ass, so you can attack some of the larger enemies. Is this princess music? Mm-hmm. It does. Yeah, it kind of does. Especially with its focus around keys. Oh, here's the door. Yeah, the jumping mechanics here are funny. So if you start right at the ledge and try to get across it, you'll just drop down. And but if you run across it with like a head start, then he'll go. Yeah. There's a lot of things in this game. I was saying that like it really feels like this falls in the lineage of things that came before those. There's just something about it. And now we have a new weapon for our blorbo. But we can't use it yet. However, we can use this spell book. Now we have learned a new spell. And we equip those, like all the skills and stuff show up down here. All the martial skills will show up in this category, and all the spells will show up in this one. And we can equip up to 4 at a time. The weird thing about switching spells is I can't switch them while I'm moving. I have to actually stop and switch them. So I have to, and then keep going. Same thing for trying to switch for the hotbar items. You have to stop moving a little bit because it doesn't queue up the inventory actions. Oh, need another key. The keys start out at 20 gold. The keys start out at 20 gold, and then every time you buy one, they go up in price. So I think as I get up to like buying 20 keys, eventually they start costing like 100 gold a piece, but it's still worth buying them because you start, of course, getting more money. I am playing Xanadu. Hey, Poppy. Just looking at the statue. The way wooden crates work in here is you can push them around, but you can't climb on top of them. To climb on top of them, you actually have to hit them once, and then you can climb on top of them, but that means you can't push them. So then you'd have to leave and reset them. First piece of armor we get is a nice little dress.
About bones.
What's so special about monster bones anyway? Perhaps you could take them to the curio shop.
What's the deal with all these bones? Magic potion. Girls love magic potions. Just need to hold up a second and drink my vial of blue. Yeah, it's like it doesn't give you too many reasons to move it around, but it's still cool that you can. So I do it anyway. I was shocked when it said that you could turn the camera, because I was just like, gosh, in some of the isometric games that come out now, you can't even do that. And thank you for the follow, Poppy. It really is. It's so that game that I was showing y'all before, we were just saying it was like super stiff. Oh, this one's like really smooth. Everything you do happens instantly, and you can kind of seamlessly switch between doing different actions and stuff. There's like no slowdown on it at all, except for the fact that you can't switch between things without stopping. Oh. Yeah, I'm using a controller. I really wanted to use mouse with this, but I found that trying to click something and then move away quickly was a lot easier when I was using the controller. Let's go look at the lore for this. A golden crown found in the ancient Back Rally ruins. The ornamentation adorning its entire circumference suggests it may be a relic from ancient times. And then we also picked up a tabula, which there's a couple items like these which we'll go to give to our little sister, and she can decipher them, and we can get more lore about the game.
Oh-ho, 'tis a night. I saw your silhouette and wondered what manner of creature was lurking in such a place as this. What a pity to see that which was once an honorable profession is reduced to such petty thievery. No matter, I have come for the crown. Give it to me now, lest it fall into the hands of those who would misuse it. You may think to sell it, or even wear it.
Oh, goodness. Gravelly voice got me.
Such disregard would yield the gravest of consequences. I shall speak nothing of this meeting, and no harm will come to you if you simply hand me the crown now.
Y'all can't really see it, but this dude has a nice little mustache. I think that's important.
Such pride will get you killed, good Sir Knight. You may have reason for this reticence, but if you do not relinquish the crown, then I may not stay my sword. Very well. You brought this upon yourself. En garde.
So, that blade is not just a decoration for your belt. You show promise, Sir Knight, but you lack finesse. You seem hesitant, unsure, or perhaps lost.
There, now you can see his mustache. Alright, I can't do that gravelly voice. You cannot hope to stand against the great Dovrak with such weak resolve. Prepare yourself. Just a second. At the least, I shall end your life with honor, and preserve your dignity as knight. And that's it. That's the whole game. The game's over.
'Twas a fair fight, sir. Now I claim what is rightfully mine. I regret my actions, but you left me little choice.
Bye, Yimby.
I'm afraid your life is forfeit. We are too far in, and your wounds are too severe for any prospect of rescue. I bid you final farewell, for I must take my leave. May you have better fortune in the next life.
No, this can't be happening.
Sniff.
It's just not fair. It's so cruel. Why? Why did this have to happen? Yimby. Please, Lady Wells, I must have absolute silence, lest the healing ritual be nullified. Forgive me, please. Please continue. Let's see. These old wounds tell tale of considerable skill. I'm thinking just the sniff. His opponent was more than his match, it seems. But fortune smiles upon him, if only some small measure. His swift arrival here cheated death its due. Smells like suburbia. Yeah, this boy wasn't made for the small towns and the ruins. Any further delay would have seen him pass through to the eternal halls, and yet he would not have returned. I cannot fathom what manner of brute would strike down Yimby so coldly. Could this be the work of that rogue swordsman the townsfolk speak of? Perhaps, but all is conjecture at this stage. We should let the victim identify the culprit himself. Oh! Yimby. Thank the fates you've come back to us. When you didn't return, I grew worried and begged the aid of the townsfolk to search for you. They found you in the back alley ruins. Your wounds were most grievous. I thought that I'd lost you. I'm so glad that you're alive. I can smell a prologue from a mile away. Brave Sir Knight. 'Tis Lisi, priestess of the sanctum. I must advise you of your predicament, though you may continue resting as I do so. Wait, stop, don't sit up. This is no time to be concerned with manners, you dolt. You're injured. You must take care, or... Lady Wells is correct. Your wounds are quite severe, more so than you may realize. Sir Knight, heed me well. I have performed all the rituals I know of and forestalled any immediate danger to your life. But unfortunately, your wounds were near mortal, and the situation is still quite dire. It truly pains me to tell you this. You have lost much of your mobility, Sir Knight. Regrettably, you will never swing a sword again. And if you should push to overcome this weakness, you will die. Strength cannot best this foe. I never meant for this to happen. I'm so sorry, Yimby. I just wanted to raise your spirits. I had hoped that this journey would give you a new purpose. I never thought something like this. ... There may be another way. Another way? The two of you have come to Harlack to unveil the mysteries of Castle Strangerock, have you not? I assume then that you've heard tell of the legendary sword Dragon Slayer. It is said that this sword is imbued with an unearthly light bright as 1,000 torches, and that he who bears it will be granted unconditional victory and unmitigated glory for all time. With the sword's protection, its former owner is even rumored to have vanquished an evil dragon lord. You can't mean... I indeed do. If Sir Knight should successfully acquire this Dragon Slayer, I believe his body would fully be restored. Truly? If there's even a chance, I'll do everything in my power to find this Castle Strangerock. I'm afraid it's not quite so simple. This task Sir Knight must perform alone. For you see, the Dragon Slayer chooses its bearer, and its bearer alone reaps its benefits. If that is you, Lady Wells, then nothing will come of it. What? How can the sword be so fickle? And how is a man in such a state supposed to acquire it? Sir Knight, you may overcome your limitations with the divine blessings of a guardian. I shall introduce within you a guardian's power, so that you may fight as before. A guardian? As in one of this land's deities? Is it such a thing even possible for an outsider? Ordinarily, no. Guardians are typically introduced at birth, as full-grown bodies tend to reject the process. But this is no ordinary circumstance. Sir Knight has seen the gates of the abyss and lived to tell the tale. He stands at a crossroads between life and death, existence and non-existence. It is truly a miracle that he yet draws breath. In every way, it is exactly as if he were born anew. So what you're saying is it'll still work? Exactly. In his present state, I believe Sir Knight is capable of accepting a guardian within him. And I'm willing to perform the infusion. Yimby, this is great news. If you do this, you can seek the sword. Great. Can I just go home? And that's better than the alternative, is it not? Yimby? It seems Sir Knight's resolve has weakened. His heart is troubled, his will shaken. His spirit still shines, however. It is fresh and pure, cleansed from his return to this earthly plane. Brave, tormented Sir Knight. Forgive my impertinence, but I beg you consider my next words carefully. You take pride to live in this era, do you not? Despite what I see before me now, you cannot accept that a man such as you would lament his fate. I cannot accept. A stern and stoic man, a man who bears a destiny much larger and greater than my own. Truly, you are a courageous individual, for you have been gifted the life of a knight in time of great challenge for the order. ... You are proud of who you are, yet conflicted. You know not what your purpose may be. Why a knight in this ignoble day and age? What reason is there for clinging to this life? You must search within yourself for the answer. If you cannot find it, all is lost. It is imperative that you reclaim your honor as a knight, even if only to validate your existence. You owe yourself this opportunity, and truly, the epic nature of this quest benefits your struggle. I trust that you have reached a verdict, then. Time is of the essence. We must begin immediately. As a priestess of the sanctum, I shall now commence the ceremonies of baptism and communion. Lady Wells, your assistance would be greatly appreciated. Oh, of course, anything I can do. Whoop. Behold, I have put a girl inside of you. I know, right? 'Twas more difficult than I expected, but the induction is complete. Yimby, I'm so relieved. I'm so glad that you're back to normal. I don't know what I would have done. Sir Knight, one very important detail yet remains. Guardians infused at birth have an indelible bond to the hosts. They cannot readily be separated, but in your case is unique because you bear the mark of one who has seen death. The Guardian's bond is more tentative. What are you saying? What does this mean for him? In this particular instance, it means that the Guardian's bond with Sir Knight may be very easily broken. Even when Guardians are infused at birth, it is their nature to separate from their hosts when they perceive death. But within Sir Knight's body, death is omnipresent. A new piece of equipment. And in such environs, who can say how a Guardian will react? Poor Yimby. I thought that our worries were over, but things have just gotten more complicated. I can only imagine how you must feel. The situation is complicated indeed. Locating the sacred sword is of utmost urgency. The fragility of this bond may actually be a boon to Sir Knight, however. Sylphid's tenuous hold should grant him the option of reinfusion. Reinfusion? As in he can exchange guardians? I've never imagined such a thing possible. Could he really survive that? I am confident that he could. It is an atypical procedure, but a safe one under these circumstances. And if done properly, it should allow him to benefit from the blessings of many different guardians, as the situation demands. How extraordinary! A pity such a thing is only possible because of unfortunate circumstances. Sprinkled about this land are countless guardians, lost to the march of time. If you should encounter ones whose blessings may benefit, bring the card to me, with its spirit sealed. I shall gladly perform the ritual to bind it to you anew. Now then, the hour grows late, and you have seen a great ordeal, Sir Knight. I bid you a good night, and will see that you are safely escorted back to your room at the inn. Rest well, you are still weak. Should you need me, I will be here. As Yimby took his leave of the spirit sanctum, his mind and body still adjusting to the turbulent course of his life had taken, he no doubt recalled the days of his youth and sudden loss of both his parents to the war. Orphaned in an instant, he swore that he would help forge a new era, a better era, to free of the ravages of war. and so he had pledged himself to knighthood. It was there that he met the most truest of comrades, a man, a friend, whose will and ambition perfectly mirrored his own. And that man was the Marquis Furnival, a gallant young leader of the North Sea Chevaliers. As far as Yimby was concerned, the Marquis was not only benevolent, valiant, and a respectable leader, but also a true companion and confidant. This admiration and loyalty was a sentiment shared by many, for the Marquis Furnival's influence and charm were a thing of legend. Outspoken and fearless, the Marquis would preach of purity, justice, and inspiring eager young knights to flock to his banner in droves. But even such a noble ideology could not stand to the inexorable tide of political change. Prime Minister Zordis declared war on the knights, ordering all crusading factions to disband immediately. The North Sea Chevaliers were no exception. Yimby was ready and willing to challenge this decree at his side until the bitter end, but the Marquis refused to let his friend follow in his fate. If the Chevaliers are to continue fighting, it will be under your charge. They are mine no longer. That was the Marquis's reply. He had chosen to follow his ideals to the gallows where they led. And with those words, the two had never spoken again, their friendship gone as quickly as it had been formed. To Yimby, the Marquis had become a symbol of a life worth living and a future worth fighting for. He was the very embodiment of the principles held most dear by the North Sea Chevaliers. For such a man to leave his life and work undone and die so that others might live in a new era, he believed should come to pass. It seemed clear that the Marquis Furnival had not just shunted aside his duty, but embraced it. As he tells it, Yimby had not come to the realization himself until quite some time after he left the field of battle. But his friend gone and the knights scattered, his faith in their cause was shaken. He was metaphorically cast adrift. It was only when he had found himself literally adrift aboard a small boat in a certain misty lake that he began to understand the merit of his values and commenced his search for a new lot in life. Here she is, running with toast in her mouth. So, while you've been resting, I've been doing a bit of research, and I think I found something. These are the tabula from the ruins, Yimby. You had these on you when you were found. I hope you don't mind that I looked them over. They are quite old. The lettering carved into them is no longer used, and it hadn't been for a very long time. 'Tis considered a sacred script of sorts, one of used exclusively by the, literati of the Xanadu kingdom. You've heard of Xanadu, no? The troubadours often sing of it. Songstress Sandra downstairs seems enamored with it, in fact. Scholars tell that it was once a prosperous kingdom. Some even called it a paradise on earth. It stood for over 1,000 years. And it would seem that all the ruins around here are in some way related to the Xanadu kingdom. I am willing to bet that Castle Strange Rock had some connection as well. If you may find any other slates and tablets like these, be sure to bring them to me for translation, okay? These are exactly the kinds of things that we're looking for. They're the keys to unlocking the mysteries of Harlech Island. And with enough time, I can easily decipher each and every one of them you show me. Speaking of which, I actually translated these particular tabulae while you were resting. Oh, our boy died. Or got very close to dying. If you're interested in reading my notes, just let me know. Yimby. I'll do whatever I can to help you, so please, find the sacred sword. Find the dragon slayer, okay? All right. We have a tabulae of lore to read, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. I'm going to take a small break, and then I will read this and go on to killing more monsters. And we're back. Don't worry, the game has not disappeared. Alright. I tell of my homeland, founded by the great Kublai Khan, and proclaimed an Eden by all who behold its fair vistas. Its name, Xanadu. Here, the songs of the birds ring out, the flowers are always in bloom, and the light and the sun doth shine warmly upon all the land. Truly, Xanadu is a place of beauty and peace. Thank you for the follow, Luna. However, it is not my intent to extol the glory of the countryside herein, rather the duty that falls upon me and the minutiae of and fact to make an accurate record of the history that has befallen us. And even in such a place as Xanadu, for every light that burns pure, a shadow is cast. To those who shall inherit and succeed our history, I beg ye read from this account carefully with an open mind. I must regrettably chronicle twice did our paths cross with the hideous calamity which of unimaginable horror, the devil Galasus, he who rules the world of nothingness, he who brings forth the apparitions that defile us. And at his hands the ideals of our just and righteous community turned to ashes, and our Eden became a land governed by lust and vice. Cool. And we stand now, however, we have overcome these tribulations and re-established prosperity befitting of Xanadu. We owe our gratitude for this fortune to the heroes and wise men of past who drove this devil from our land. The first invasion of Galasus is thwarted by a valorous youth who bore the sacred sword that sent to our aid by his liege, King Culidin, and guided by the one-star light. The second invasion of Galasus was repelled by a beautiful and valiant princess who carried with her the self-same sword. Both of these figures have since been accorded the highest honors in the annals of history. Light coexists with shadow, and so too does the tales of Xanadu's calamitous past coexist with its heroes. If we are to remember the trials we have faced, it is important to remember the means through which we have overcome. The phrasing suggests that it was written by a historian for an ancient Xanadu. It really is a remarkable find. If its contents are accurate, that means that Xanadu was visited by some sort of demon not once but twice. And this sacred sword, I can only assume it is the Dragon Slayer itself. I'm not familiar with the legendary hero or the princess the historian writes of, however, I wonder who they were. Hey, Yimby, don't you find all this very exciting? Doesn't it just seem to give you the shivers? Whenever I hear of the grand tales of old, I always think of all the people who lived in those times, the people who get caught up in it all. And I always imagine them, what if we were them? Sorry. I get caught up in it all for a moment. Before you go, I have something to give you. Believe it or not, I actually made you lunch. After all you've been through, 'tis the least I can do. Surprised? I started taking cooking lessons from Alcott. I'm not very good just yet, but I intend to give it everything I got. So expect a lot out of my special made lunches from here on out, and if all goes well, they're sure to get better and better with each one. I hope you're looking forward to it. There we go. We have a box lunch. It is a lunch made by Shar. A simple egg and ham sandwich. It's a little squashed. She's doing her best. So the weapon system in this game, for as far as I can understand, it kind of runs off of a system kind of like Berseria, where the more you use a weapon, you level up its proficiency, which is down there below skill, and it'll go all the way up to 200%. And I think once you get it up to 200%, the skill for that weapon, I believe you can use for any other weapon. So once I level up this one, I can switch to this axe when I have the stats, and start to use its skill as well. But yeah, here, when we get more cards, we can switch out the Guardians. Sylphid's pretty cool though, because she just gives you more health, and health is always good. Oh. If you see me accidentally back out of menus, it's because confirm is X on the Xbox controller. And I'm leveling up a lot of reflex because reflex gives you hit accuracy, which hitting things is nice. So I suppose while we're here and we just got a level, yeah, hitting things is nice. I can save real quick. I will not save over my original save, and I'm gonna go back to this lady, and we are gonna find out how this level down function works, so that way I can use it later if I so choose. Just chain yourself anew. All aspects of your training, other weapon skills shall be returned to what they were at the previous level. Do you still wish to proceed? Go down. Alright, so you don't get your points back. Wow. Okay. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna run to the title screen real quick. And go back to load. And go back. There we go. But now we know. Now we know. And we have 0 keys. And the little adventurer lady is gone. Buy as many keys as we can hold. And now we can go on an adventure. And we can be a proper RPG because the first thing that sends us to fight is slimes. Oh, aside from keys, an adventurer's worst enemy is grass and flowers. The reason being is because the grass and flowers are targeted individually for attacks. So if you are near a bunch of enemies and trying to hit a bunch of enemies that are also near grass, it can be a pain in the butt to actually hit what you want to hit. It's like time just stopped capturing the most powerful, lifelike expression. It looks so real, like she could awaken at any moment. Relics of Xanadu like this will fetch a pretty price. If I had some way to take it back with me. Who goes there? Uh. Ow, ow, ow. Don't surprise me like that. Wait, aren't you a knight? My, aren't you splendid looking? The name is Agnes. I'm a treasure specialist. What's with that look? Not everyone here has the luxury of being as honorable or as noble as you. The world just isn't a fair place, after all. So, what brings such a splendid knight like yourself to a place like this? Castle Strange Rock? Again with the grand tales. You'll need more than just a sword to reach that place. After all, it's getting through these ruins is even hard for somebody with my talents. Like, right now, there's this troublesome door that can't be opened without the key. And that door is, with the giant round hole, just how do you open that darn thing? I suspect that we'll need to place something there, but what? Stuff is hitting hard. Ow. Okay. Oof. Yeah, this is where we was doing that. So when you die, you'll lose half of your money, and you'll also randomly lose an item. Yeah, it's not nice. But we are courageous, and we will persevere, or something like that. Once I get some more money, I'll buy like a potion or two, and that'll make it a little bit easier. Presuming I don't die and need to get more money. No, you won't lose those kinds of items, just like any consumables. So if I lost some bones, and I also lost that mana potion that I had. But you don't need to worry about like losing equipment. Like, you can see what I mean about the grass. Ow, ow, ow. There we go. Okay. I don't think I can go there yet. So the enemies won't respawn right away, but I think after 3 turns of going in and out of somewhere, they'll respawn in a cell. Now I think most important is to get a few potions. Go ahead and put on this. Does it have more damage? Yeah. I will kill 10,000 slimes to become the most powerful. Oops. Will skip the cells with the goblins because they're going to take too many of my resources right now. And I'll try to kill just the slimes. Oops. I think that I can kill them. Oh, crap. Doot, doot, doot. crap, that is a really big... Okay. Become smaller? Oh crap, okay. Even the little ones are taking like 0 damage. So we will not worry about them. Oh, oops. Hey, at least you don't take fall damage. The Demon Cat. This Guardian allows you to use maximum SP of each skill. Use skills more often. There you go. Alright, now we're gonna kill a few more slimes and then run back to town to get our stats. The Demon Cat, without leveling it, seems to not be very useful because at like level 1 it just gives you one more use of a skill. So it's like you'd want to use it a bunch and level it up to actually be able to get like 10. Because I think the max level for the skills is like 20. So in theory you probably could get like 20 extra uses, but that's a lot of killing. Might be able to buy something from this guy. Not quite. I can buy some new armor, but then I'd need to level up conditioning and mind a little bit more. Which is perfectly attainable. And taking less damage is always good. I'm gonna try to level up a little bit of intellect more so I can do more magic casting. But I'd also like to keep up with and if that's a bad choice, so be it. So, but casting magic is cool. Sometimes. Oh, oops. Still need one more stab of those. Nothing else there we can use quite yet. Can we afford a new spell? We can. Which one y'all want? We got Thunder, Ice, Fire, Needle, which I already have. Ice is nice. Okay. Nailed it. There we go. Now we have learned a new spell. And we also have, from this axe, we have the skill Plunder, which can give us some more gold. Probably go ahead and put that on too, because gold is awesome. Oops, I accidentally used that potion. Oops. The item use button is just like B, and there's no animation for it, so it just does it instantly. So it's easy to accidentally use something. Oh, I see you found some old memoirs. I'll get started in translating these right away. And she doesn't translate them immediately. She'll take a few turns to do it. So if we come back after like a couple rests, they'll be finished up. Oh, one thing I think they'll respawn that you can make use of in this game is the chests will respawn after several turns. They won't put like any items in there, but they might actually put some more gold, which we are going to make use of. And in the process, we can get a little bit of extra experience too. Hey there, Tech. Oh, I guess they didn't respawn yet. Might have came here too soon. That's okay. It'll still take the tiny bit of measly goblin experience. The stream is going good. I've been reading off all the dialogues for everybody, and we got past the prologue so far, and our boy Yimby has died and came back, and we are now in the process of doing the adventure to find the Dragon Slayer sword. Here we go. It's only a measly 20 gold, but it'll add up. Well, I am glad that you could make it, regardless. Got another bone. The bones will come in handy later. Not quite yet. Alright, and now that we got some extra stats, these should be dramatically easier to kill, and I might actually be able to damage those slimes that are over there as well. I don't need to go back there because I already did the little puzzle, so we will instead make for this other direction. And we will try not to get hit because we already need the help.
Beware, monsters beyond this point.
There we go. See, now we can do like 8 damage to these per swing versus that measly 1. We'll come back to that. Yeah, this game rules. I like it quite a bit. Oof. Okay. Let us get rid of this so we can have some free space away from all the grass. There we go. Much easier. That's all fine and dandy, but I can't do math, so. I'm looking at the health bar, and I'm just saying, yeah, that's pretty good. Special secret chest. Yeah. I don't know if that exists. There is a great sword from that shop. I don't know if it provides me with more range, but this guy will make my spells more powerful. Hey, mind stepping aside for a moment? If my intuition is correct, then... Aha! Just as I suspected, this disc works like a key. There are locked doors strewn about this place that block off the new areas. These ruins of this island are rather tricky, aren't they? Even the monsters here can't be underestimated. I often wonder if I should go back to town. Look, if you want to go on ahead, then you're certainly more than welcome to. I'm just saying I wouldn't go right now, and that's what my intuition is telling me anyway. Oh, hey, I've got a find for you. Would you be interested in buying a super useful knife? I discovered it in the ruins. Since we're partners and all, I've even been willing to offer you a special discount. Doesn't that sound great? Let's see. How about 2 bones for 50 gold? Yes. It is. It's perfect. Would you be interested in buying the super useful knife? I'll give it to you for 100 gold. It's a bone carving knife. A bone carving knife is actually really dang useful. And we are going to buy her potions. She doesn't sell it at a discount than what compared to what the actual guy sells it for there, but we're giving money to her so she can scam future people, which I like the idea of. We also picked up a hat at some point, I forget when. But with a bone carving knife, we can actually take all of these bones and turn them into keys. And that is extraordinarily useful. Okay. My clairvoyance is telling me that I should go back to town and refresh my stuff because I'm going to need more spell slots. And we are going to go ahead and go to Miss Lisi over here so we can switch away our card. We're going to switch it to the Sorcerin because I want to hit extraordinarily hard with all of my spells. She did not finish translating, I'm guessing. Let me double check. Oh, translated. Okay. 23rd day of the Headsman's Moon, year 1210. I've decided to attempt keeping a personal record starting today. I have no intention of sharing these private thoughts with others, but I've been advised that this activity may provide a much-needed outlet, and after recent introspection, I'll give it a try. Of course, I'm not fastidious nor diligent like my sister, so I know not how long this may last. I know only that my thoughts and feelings must be expressed here, and herein I shall express them freely. My day began with the practice of the black arts, followed by fencing at midday, and ended with lessons and etiquette during the evening hours. Day in and day out, this strict regimen remains unaltered. I found my sanity grow thin by its relentless march. I know, I mustn't dwell. 'Tis not my intent to mire these pages with such ill humor. I was cautioned that this might on this outcome, and warned to avoid such behavior. I must make a point to record these positive events in my day as well. And if I were to identify such events, those might be, only the praising of my sister comes to mind. Anime. My sister and I are always together, and it often feels as if the bond between us could overcome any hardship, no matter the severity. Of course, I could never speak of these words to her directly, and it's a rather embarrassing sentiment. Cool. Anime. Thank you. Thank you, anime. Oh yeah, we were gonna rest. So has the stream been nice and smooth? There's no hitches or anything? Excellent. That is a good sign. I worried a little bit because I'm on wireless, so I am happy to see that. Oh, why am I saving again? Pardon a little hiss here. All right, where was I? Okay. Let's get to a better position here. I guess we don't really need to even fight those guys. We've got bigger fish to fry. You handled that quite well, didn't you? Just what I expect from a knight. Alright, it's been decided. From now on, you're going to be my partner. With your sword and my keen intuition, we'll be the ultimate hunting team. What is it? Why is that such a distraught look? Why such a distraught look? A chivalrous knight should never present such a face to a lady. Anyway, here's how we'll handle things. You'll be in charge of the monster disposal, and then I'll come along after that. Why, it's just perfect teamwork, no? I'm counting on you, partner. Now we have learned fire. Go ahead and replace that melee attack, because we're not using it much. The Eternal Maze. Just like Dark Souls. See, Cow, maybe you should play this one instead. You take out your anger on inanimate objects. couple of these places I won't be able to go in yet. Although I think if I go in just fast enough. Alright, so we got that. Let's get back out of here before we drown and die a pathetic death. Now we have acquired the Moonstone, which is the most valuable item, because this is our Hearthstone. So now we can go back to town whenever we will. And we got another thing for Little Sis translate. I think it's kind of fucked up that the fire slimes can come in the water. They also explode. Alright. Okay, don't want to go in that one. Okay, let's gather up all these guys. Hopefully we'll still have a way out. Yes, perfect. Ah, that's still hitting me, holy crap. The ruby is a key item that'll let us push large objects that are too heavy to push normally. Let me go this way first. Yeah, I originally got just a little bit farther than this dungeon. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Belladonna. By bearing this guardian, all recovery potions will have improved efficiency. Efficacy? Efficacy, okay. efficiency works. Oh, not that way. Oh, I forgot all of all the fireballs too. Oh, they're coming back. Okay. I picked up one more bone, so we can go ahead and make a key out of that. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, why am I dumb? I thought that the little ones might take a little bit less, but... I was incorrect. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go ahead and get enough so we can get that upgraded piece of armor. More intellect. Just a little bit more strength. And then I don't think I have anything worth selling to him. And we need 200 to get that. So we will worry about that in a little bit. We already got everything we need there. And if there's anyone new that has joined us, then we are continuing the adventures of Yembi. Yembi has died, and we are searching for the Dragon Slayer sword so we can return him to full health. I keep incorrectly saying that. He did not die. He came very close to doing so. And this is his only hope. we'll not worry about those fire slimes because they are kicking us right in the ass. We will kill the skeletons because we do want that wonderful experience. Now we can do this properly without being an idiot. Oh, oh. Oh my god, I'm still so stupid. I thought he was a tiny one. Okay. Y'all can't see it, but I'm making a big pouty face because I know that was my fault. Are we at level 200 of that yet? We are, so we're going to switch back to the dagger so I can get that up. And then, once we get another weapon, we can sell those off, having now learned the skills. Oh wait, that's dramatically less damage, so we'll probably level that up on the slimes outside. Yeah, they are crude and rude. That's okay. It's easy for us to get our money back there in that run. Oh, Keystone Discus. And there we go. That'll help us explore the rest of the dungeon here. still take your experience and your money. That'll help us out, provided I don't die and lose it all. And we got ourselves another tablet. Durendal. This Guardian increases the accrual of weapon skills. Due to the speed at which weapon proficiency is increased, it becomes easy to acquire skills. Yeah, he came out just last year. Almost missed this door. Oh, oh, oh. Guess that's all in this room. And then I already explored that one up there. So just this one down here. Some more money. Okay, it is just not worth killing them, because even from all the way over there, I still take damage from it. Those guys are nuclear. Oh crap, I don't have any keys. There we go. So he's just coming back because I got a little magic. I was trying to take him down far enough so that way I would only take one spell cast. There we go. No. Oops. We can't go any further anyway. Okay. So we'll go check the other direction, and then we gotta go back to town. Okay. Definitely need to go back to town. Which we can do easily now. As soon as we get away from these slimes. Alright, we got tons of money to equip ourselves with some more stuff. Probably want to buy a potion too. And then, before I buy another spell, I'll go check to see what armor we can get. Buy a new knife. We can finally buy this upgraded armor, which I will do. Girls hate get hit. Sell that off. We cannot equip that yet, so we won't worry about it. Spoilers, we are going to get a new weapon anyways, coming right at the end of this dungeon, so I'm not going to bother buying this. The demon is gay. Let me show you the gay demon. Here you go. There's the gay demon. I don't think I have any points to allocate just yet. We're about to level up, but have not. But we will go ahead and rest. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for tonight. This is a little bit farther than I wanted to get right now as far as time is concerned. I am going to pick this game back up again next Saturday at the same time, 8 o'clock Eastern, and I will probably do a couple pop-up streams here during the week. That'll probably be me playing Marvel Rivals just whenever I happen to be playing. And yeah, hope you all had fun. I had fun. Just to make sure I actually saved, I think I did. Yeah, double check. Alright. Well, y'all have a good rest of the night.